yeah, it was an experience.
The worst place to be is at the point where a pitching wave hits the surface of the bottom of the wave. That is the place where the full force of the wave explodes on itself. No one came closer to that place on January 28th than Noah Johnson.
The shape of the wave was really good, really hollow, and it looked like it was going to be exactly what I'd been after, you know. It ended up being so big that my board wasn't making enough headway down and across the wave, and I just was doing everything I could to get my line going where I needed to go, and I just wasn't getting there. When you fall in or around the lip, it can be dangerous. So I turned down the wave, started trying to get away from the lip. I didn't want it to land on me. And I ended up timing it just about as good as I possibly could have, because the thing hit the back of my board and my back foot. It wasn't quite close enough to me that it knocked me down. I ended up being able to ride out the initial explosion. The thing ended up just plowing into me, mowed me off my board, and just sent me spinning. I went on that washing machine cycle. And it was going to be the worst wipeout I'd ever had to deal with. I stopped spinning and tumbling, and the water calmed down, and my partner Aaron was right there. He's right there to pick me up.
North Shore local Aaron Lambert was one of the lucky ones who made it out that day. He was the only one who was actually able to get inside one of these massive barrels and ride out of it. Troy Alotis experienced the worst wipeout of the day.
There was a wave that came in that I was looking for out there. Got towed into the wave, and I was making some S-turns down the face of it, and I was thinking I'm gonna get deep in this barrel. And as I came off the bottom and saw the wave crest and bowl over me, I was standing in this barrel that was so huge and massive. I was shocked. And I thought, I'm gonna just try to pull through this thing and see if I can penetrate through that. You know, hopefully the curtain's not too thick. And when I hit the curtain, it was all over with. My board broke right in half underneath my feet. I ended up in water that was so black I couldn't see which way was up or down. And I knew that there's gonna be a wave behind it sooner or later, and I just started making strokes towards the surface. And when I got to the surface, I was looking at the shoreline of the North Shore, and I saw the mountain range above Pupukea Mountains, and I thought that was the next wave. Turned around and looked, and there was another one coming down on me right then. Luckily, I got a good couple breaths of air, and then I got beat again and got pushed in a little further. Took about 20 more in the head right in a row there. And then Noah J came and got me, and I went back out.
A milestone in the history of surfing was set when Dan Moore towed Ken Bradshaw into the biggest wave of the day, what many say is the biggest wave ever ridden.
Dropping him in and following him out on the shoulder, looking back and seeing the wave behind him. He didn't see it. He didn't see what I saw, but it was the biggest. You know, you could have fit 2 houses into this tube.
if it happens to be true, and it seems to be holding true, under scrutiny of all of our peers and my peers, that I have ridden the largest wave ever ridden by a human. That's pretty cool. That's pretty neat.
Miraculously, no one was injured that day, and on shore there was only minimal damage to property.
I'll carry that day with me forever, and every time I think about it, I get a really warm, good feeling, real strong feeling of satisfaction. It almost felt like, it just felt like such a gift being able to see that.
It was like the pinnacle of surfing big waves. It's like, you know, now's the time to go out and look for the biggest wave that you can find, and they found it.
The whole story of January 28th, 1998, from the iCal contest right up through the IMAX filming of the biggest day ever surfed, it's pretty amazing that the day was such a moment in time that was able to be recorded in such a way. It was amazing that not only could we ride the biggest waves ever, they actually were all filmed.
I've been in so much film production that, you know, they try to plan the best times of the month and they get shut down, you know, lack of surf. To have an IMAX camera right there and capture the most, you know, rarest sight that you could probably see in a century is blessed. I just told all my friends and family, I said, you gotta experience this. This is probably the closest that I can get you to, without risking your life, actually being right there.
You go out there and you come face to face with yourself. You find out who you are, what you can do, what sort of fears can you handle. That's really what the ocean teaches you.
It's funny because you ask yourself, will I see a wave in my lifetime this big again? I can only say I hope so.
Aloha.